Good morning, Internet! This is the old fat dad. Let me show you what I got for you today. What? Today, we're going to be looking at ammo choices for the Ruger 1022. And this is just a stock Ruger 1022 that you might get from Academy or Walmart or Cabela's or whatever. It's the cheap version. We're going to be looking at ammo choices for self-defense against zombies, of course. Here are my choices for self-defense bullets. First up is the classic CCI Stinger 36 grain bullet going about 1400 feet per second. And the next up we're going to be shooting the Aguila Sniper Subsonic, a 60 grain Big Mama bullet, but it's only going about 900 feet per second. Excuse me, 900 feet per second. This is Browning's 37 grain bullet going about 1400 feet per second, and it is a fragmenting or segmenting style bullet. And finally we have the Velocitor, a 40 grain bullet going 1435 feet per second. Our target today, since this is self-defense against zombies, is a beef bone that has been cooked slightly and aged nicely, just like a zombie out in the sun. And we're going to be shooting through that and into our ballistic modeling clay. And it's about 90 degrees outside, but we're keeping this block in the shade, so it shouldn't be too soft. Okay, first up is the Aguila Sniper Subsonic. We're going to go slowest to fastest. Uh-oh, that didn't work. Yeah, you did it! High five! Okay, here's our hit with the Aguila Sniper Subsonic. There's a hole in the block. There's the exit on that piece of bone. And here's the exit on that block. Let's open it up and we'll see what it looks like inside. And here's the nice little channel that Aguila Sniper Subsonic made. Here's that fat bullet entry. And just a nice regular opening all the way through. And she went out the back. Plenty of power to spare. This thing penetrates nicely. It doesn't look like it was tumbling at all. Held straight and true. And that's out of the 16-inch Ruger 1022. Let's move on. Browning BPR. Holy moly, look at that hole. Can you see it? Here's the Browning BPR. There's our little 22 size hole in. And a big old hole out the back there. Really whacked it good. And wow, that is way bigger than that Sniper Subsonic. High five. Woo! Let's open it up and take a look. Just as a comparison with our Sniper Subsonic, instead of a long skinny hole, this bad boy blew right up at the entrance and then tapered off really quick and didn't go all the way through. So let's dig around in there and we'll see if we can find any bullet fragments. Okay, here's what's left of that Browning BPR.
Let me see.
Let's just see. Can you see that little thing right there? It's not very much, but that was at the end of that wound channel in that clay. A couple little fragments there. Not much left. Alright, next up is the Velocitor. Nice shot! You got it! I think that went all the way through. High five. Here is the results of the Velocitor. Tiny little hole in. And there's a nice big old hole out the back. As big or bigger than the BPR. And what's that? That is a big old hole in that clay. High five, Liza. Nice work. Let's open it up and see what it looks like.
That's what the inside looks like.
That is what the inside looks like. And that's a big old hole, right?
Yep, that is.
Yep, and this one, it looks like it went all the way through. Tapered down at the end, but instead of stopping it right about there, like the BPR did, the Velocitor just went all the way through. No bullet on this one, unfortunately. Pretty nice results, though.
Bullet. Nice and fast. Like this. Oh, God. That is is truly one big thing.
It is one big thing, isn't it? There's a little 22 hole in for the stinger. And decent sized hole out, but not as big as the BPR or the Velocitor. But whoa, look at that hole! Oh my goodness! Oh! That's a big old hole. Let's open it up and see what it looks like. Here is the stinger. And this is by far the biggest opening in our channel of clay yet. So bigger than the BPR, bigger than the Velocitor, way bigger than the Sniper Subsonic. It does not go all the way through, but it goes most of the way. So the Velocitor and the Sniper Subsonic went all the way through, and our BPR and Stinger stopped. I know it's probably hard to see, but there's little flakes of jacket in here. I can see.
This one's easy to get.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell. I think that's a piece of bone.
Oh.
Let's see if we can dig out some of that bullet. See if there's anything left in there.
Oh, what?
Alright, here's what's left of that stinger. You point your finger at it, Liza? The big piece? Oh, there it is. And then a little fragment there. Pretty neat. What did we learn today about zombie defense with the Ruger 1022 in 22LR with a 16-inch barrel? Well, if you want penetration, the Sniper and Subsonic and the Velocitor seem to do the trick. This guy had the energy probably to go a lot farther, and this guy right here opened up a much bigger hole in its entry that still managed to carry all the way through that block. So pretty decent penetration. If you want expansion, the BPR and the Stinger definitely deliver in that regard. And I have to say, the Stinger just keeps on delivering. It probably had the most expansion and penetration combined. So that'll wrap us up here for our 22LR out of a Ruger 1022 for zombie self-defense. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. And please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Thanks.